Coming up on Lindenwood News, machinists and aerospace workers at Boeing here in the St. Louis area enter day number 102 on strike as they wait for a new contract to be approved. But a critical vote today could change the tide.
Plus, with the holidays approaching, animal shelters are as busy as ever trying to find animals a forever home.
And Lindenwood freshman Maggie Bannister is already making her mark on campus as her passion for baton twirling has taken her to the world stage.
Those stories and more ahead on Lindenwood News.
Welcome to this edition of Lindenwood News. I'm Truman Griesel.
And I'm Reagan Etnire.
Machinists and aerospace workers, a part of the District 837 strike, has continued now for 102 days as this deal has still yet to be done. The most recent vote ended 51% to 49% not in favor, but with only a couple weeks left before the holidays, a critical vote today could be sending employees back to work soon. Union members have been picketing outside the Boeing establishments in the St. Louis area, gathering support and promoting their cause for more fair wages. More than 3,200 workers are on strike at Boeing's 3 facilities in the St. Louis, St. Charles, and Mascoutah, Illinois facilities. Strike negotiations have reached a stalemate as Boeing refuses to add more money to any agreement and union members refuse to come back to work until they do. The strike has been affected Boeing as they have not delivered a single new F-15 during this 13-week strike, and production delays are now rippling into the 77X program. The strike has surpassed the previously longest strike that lasted 99 days back in 1996. Boeing workers have voted against 4 of the company's contract offers, which all failed to include an 8% 401k match that workers have been demanding since the strike began on August 4th, as well as their proposed raise, increase, and signing bonus. The union has been on strike since August 30th, with a vote being held today from 8 a.m. to noon, and if the contract is ratified, return to work could happen as soon as November 16th.
Basically, the terms are kind of the same. They ain't really changed. But right about now, since the holidays are coming up, people are ready to get back to work, man. You know, this is supposedly going to be a 5-year contract. So, you know, if we have grievances that we don't get settled now, you know, got 5 years, we can put them on the list for the next contract.
Workers thought the strike would only last 2 weeks, but now the strike is going on 4 months, and they are ready to get back to work before the holidays. In the 5th offer from Boeing to the union, they modified its 5-year contract that retains all terms of the previous offer, but increases the ratification bonus from $3,000 to $6,000 by removing the retention bonus and states the average annual base pay will go from $75,000 to $109,000. Additionally, the new contract allows for more vacation and sick leave. The vote today is critical not only for Boeing's sake of getting their workers back, but also with many of the workers on strike feeling the effects of the prolonged strike and ready to get back to work.
Yeah, you know, getting back to work, we build the best aircraft in the world, fighter aircraft, and we would like Boeing, the company, to be more respectful of the workers that build that. We're not unskilled labor, we're very highly skilled labor, and what we build is, you know, second to none. So they should respect that. And they should respect the fact that, you know, we're not asking for the world. You know, we're just asking for a fair, livable wage.
With the holidays quickly approaching and wish lists filling up, it is a busy time for animal shelters. Animals are looking for forever homes more than ever this holiday season. We were able to meet with Katie Willis at the St. Charles County Pet Adoption Center to learn more about the history of the shelter and how they keep busy during the holidays.
So this shelter was built in 1999. It was originally out in Wentzville, where they had the original old building that was very old and pretty decrepit. Yeah. So they built a new one in 1999 here at this location. We've been here since then. We've actually expanded several times in this shelter. Now we're kind of landlocked. We do have a barn. We've got 4 exercise yards outside too. We have been, as the county's increased on number of people, we're getting more animals. Yeah, the holidays, we do see, usually our biggest increase in number of animals is the summer. So we have lots of kittens and puppies coming in. More kittens and cats because they're out having babies. At Christmas time, it's been pretty hectic. Like the past several years, we've had kittens way into Christmas season, so a lot of people want for gifts for their family and so forth. We try to educate them not to do gifts because gifts are kind of a bad thing. A lot of times they come back to us, but we try and make it a whole family event. So we tell them, if they can't get the kitten right away, get the litter box, get the toys and stuff, and do it then Christmas time, and then get them later on. It's just better. But a lot of times they'll get it as a gift for the family, which is great.
If you want to foster a pet or adopt, contact the St. Charles County Pet Adoption Center to learn more.
This week, we got to talk with the co-presidents of the Lindenwood Songwriters Club. They tell us what the club is about and how it impacts our fellow Lindenwood students.
The goal of the club is songwriting and producing songs and everything, but more so, it's giving people a space to collaborate and connect and build relationships through songwriting.
We've structured it in such a way that the first 4 weeks we're talking about songwriting. First week it was, I think, chord progressions. Then the second week it was melody, lyrics, and then form and arrangement. And each week it was something different.
We had gotten people into groups at this point and are hoping to kind of form their songs for our showcase that we're doing at the end of the semester with the Black Box concert series. Songwriters Club can help Lindenwood students because it gives them a place to collaborate and connect, but also an outlet and an excuse to write and do music, especially if they're not a music major. Then it's an excuse to get in the building, use the resources, hang out with other musicians if they don't have those connections.
I want it to be like a real thing. I want it to have more members that are outside of the music department, for one, because it started as a music department sort of get-together thing, but it's gotta continue into like anyone.
You can join the Songwriters Club by scanning the QR codes or through Main Connection. The club meets in rooms 2095 of the J. Scheidegger Building on Wednesday at 5 p.m.
Before Lindenwood's homecoming football game, they honored the man whose name will be ingrained on the turf for years to come. Lindenwood University proudly announced the naming of its stadium field as Stewart Field, a tribute to the extraordinary contributions and lasting legacy of David L. Stewart, visionary, leader, philanthropist, and champion of education and community growth. The official naming was unveiled during a special ceremony at Lindenwood's homecoming football game at Harlan C. Stadium. Stewart Field will now be the home of Lindenwood football, rugby, soccer, and women's lacrosse, as well as being this year's host site of the OVC Men's Soccer Championship. Stewart is the founder and chairman of Worldwide Technology. His partnership with Lindenwood has helped advance the university's mission, expanding resources and access for students. His work throughout the St. Louis region continues to prioritize education, the arts, human services, and animal welfare. President John Porter spoke on the honor it is to have the field at Hunter Stadium be named after Stewart. He said, quote, "David Stewart embodies the values we strive to instill in our students, like integrity, leadership, and service. Naming the playing surface Stewart Field is a tribute to his unwavering commitment to empowering others and his belief in the transformative power of education." One of Lindenwood's freshmen is bringing world-class talent to campus this year. Reporter Anna Rao is in the studio with the story.
Thank you, Reagan. It is not every day that you meet a college freshman who is a world champion. But for Maggie, baton twirling isn't just a hobby, it's a way of life. Pride marching band this fall, Maggie represented Team USA at the International Baton Twirling Federation World Championships in Italy, earning 3 silver medals and 1 gold. Maggie says that those spinning moments came after months of long, grueling practice sessions.
The dance studio I started at had recreational baton twirling, and so I started there, but one of my friends was on a competition team, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever. And my mom actually knew the coach, so my mom's like, yeah, go for the summer, practice every day, get out of the house, like that's fun. And I started doing that the summer between my 5th and 6th grade year, and that's been my summer, that's been my whole thing since then. the summer 2024 is when we qualified. And so after that, it was like wheels on the ground, ready to go. And I mean, we had weekends where we had over 12 hours of practice in 2 days. It was very hard, but then once we got to do it, it was very fulfilling. The last routine, like right after we like finished, I started crying. And I'm not like a sad crier, happy crier, like especially when I twirl. So it was like a really weird thing to do, but it was very enjoyable. At Worlds, most people bring 1, maybe 2. So for us to bring 4 was already crazy. And so, but those were the only 4 routines I did. And usually like we kind of just go through, like we'll have it for like a season and it goes away. But like these 4 routines we did for 2 years straight. And every single practice, it was cleaning and perfecting. And you would think that you could clean and perfect it, but you never can. You never can finish that. And so just doing these 4 routines, it's like building that muscle memory times 5. Like you know it, but then you have to fix little things and be critical of yourself and critique it. And also getting no drops, like when you have 30 people on the floor, making sure it is a no drop routine is like critical.
Any dreams fit into reality. Now back to the desk.
That's it for this edition of Lindenwood News.
I'm Regan Etnire. Thank you for joining us.